Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the hangar as we get basketball underway on a Saturday. First of a couple of games, key games in conference play. Albany Tech, as you see, sporting a 3-2 mark. They are a game behind the Jets. And one of those two conference losses for the Titans coming to the Jets. The other to East Georgia. That lone blemish on the Jets mark, well, it is an East Georgia blemish, so a big matchup between these two as the Jets try to stay a game behind the Lady Bobcats while Albany Tech tries to catch up with the Jets. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you coverage as you take a look at the starting five for Albany Tech. Perrin Johnson's, Farmer, Little, and Peoples. And meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, it's becoming a familiar five. In Salumu, Ignatchenko, Gregory, Papin, and Sakano. Opening tip, it is controlled by the Jets. Welcome into the hangar, Ignatchenko misfiring, and the rebound belonging to Peoples. So a quick possession for the Jets. Launching the three ball off the rim, no good for Johnson. Johnson, a big game the last time these two teams met with 25. As that'll go into the corner, Sakano bringing it back out front. Gregory down low, spins into the paint. Jets, first two of the game. Second meeting between these two. They will have three this season. Nearly taken away, and Papin still battling to come up with a loose ball and to maintain possession. You will get a timeout asked for by Little. So very quickly into the game, using up a timeout, Albany Tech with the Jets by 2. Enjoying our music here at the hangar. And our basketball thus far, 2-point lead. Belonging to South Georgia Tech. And I don't know if it'll be significant or not. Only the rest of the game will determine. But the fact that a timeout has already been used. Air ball from the corner launched by Johnson. And Johnson with a miss, couple of three-ball tries, and both have been no good for Albany Tech. Got a walk by Salumu. So Albany Tech put it in play from right in front of their own bench. Johnson from Farmer. Handed back to Johnson. People sitting it out front. Johnson with a three. She did that with great frequency the last time these two teams met. She had 7 from long range. As a matter of fact, 7 of her 8 field goals came from behind the arc. And another travel. And it is Albany Tech with the basketball in the 1-point lead. The meeting in Albany was a 66-51 Jets win. Titans trying to exact revenge. Jets trying to make it 2 straight. Out of bounds off Gregory. So it'll still be Albany Tech basketball. Put in play by Farmer. I checked that. That is Little putting it in play. Pass intended for Peoples. Picked off by Ignachenko. Ignachenko. Too strong off the backboard. Little with a board. Hand into Farmer. Gregory trying to take it away. Off the rim, put back Farmer, good. Lob to a wide open Gregory, and Gregory makes it a 1-point game. And great to have you watching wherever you have gotten this coverage on. Whether Georgia, France. Let's see if we look at all of the starters. Belgium, Ukraine, Japan, wherever you're watching. Thanks for doing so in a 1-point game. First of 2, men play next. Tipped out of bounds. That is Willie Silva who is checked into the game. And it'll be brought in from right near Jason Carpenter. Tipped away, taken away. Salumu's got it. And she'll get fouled on the other end of the floor. So Salumu in the act of shooting. Heads to the stripe with an opportunity for 2. And a chance to tie and give the lead to the Jets. Salumu, a 63% free throw shooter. Number 3 rebounder in the GCAA. Well, the chance to take the lead goes by. Let's see if Salumu can tie it up. Short 0 for 2. Couple of misses and we'll stay put at 5-4. Johnson to the elbow, leans in off glass and rim, rebounded by Papin. Flips it down to Gregory. And Gregory gets fouled. It'll be Farmer that pops Gregory. Yeah, that's going to be 2 quick fouls on Farmer. She will come out of the game. Tierra Tucker in. Meanwhile, Sakano out for the Jets. And Toro in. And Toro from Buford, Georgia. Up in the north part of the state, not too far out of Athens. Gregory 1 of 2, good enough for the tie. Salumu had an opportunity for the putback, couldn't come up with it. In the corner, it's rebounded by Little. And we're knotted up at 5, nearing the 5-minute mark. Little short-range jumper from Little. Given to Papin, launches the 3, rims it in and out. Silva with a board. Flips it over to Papin, says, let me try it again. Off the rim once more. Johnson underneath the Tucker. Tucker with a miss. Back over it goes to Salumu. Silva out front. Likes it closer and banks it in. Drive to the right side, laid in by Johnson. And then reaches in and nearly took it away, but able to get it back, Gregory. Silva to Toro, out of the corner comes Silva. And then Gregory has it stolen. That is Johnson with the steal. Air ball on the 3 try, and Jets get it back. But they will get it back, I think, after the media timeout, unless we couple that first timeout asked for by Albany Tech with the media break, and we apparently did. Typically, your first dead ball inside 5 minutes is a media break. This time, no. Sakano back into the game, gives to Ignachenko. Toro to Cheyenne Preston. Ignachenko air ball. Papin another rebound. Sakano for 3. Short. Rebounded and put back by Preston. (9-8) Albany Tech lead. The 3. It is splashed in from the corner. Sakano to Preston. That was Jordan Eford, by the way, that dropped in the 3. Back it goes to Sakano. Also Amber Riley into the game for Albany Tech. And speaking of Riley, right on cue, charged with a foul. Gregory back into the game. Papin will exit. Sakano to the stripe. We have got 4 of the top 5 scorers in the GCAA on the floor as we speak. Gregory, the number 1 scorer. Sakano, number 2. 4 is Janiyah Johnson. 5 is Carlos Johnson. Tucker down low, missed by Eford. Eford able to come out on the pack with the 3 ball off the side of the backboard. Riley with a miss, Ignachenko with a board. Sakano going into the corner. Ignachenko with a miniature sky hook. And that'll be tipped out of bounds by Ignachenko. Or will it? Reached over the shoulder of Trinity Hardy, but Hardy might have been the last to touch it. And apparently she was. Preston with her 1 bucket, 2 points. Out of the game, back in is Gregory. Down to Ignachenko. Sakano putting up the 3. She's got it. Jets reclaim the lead. Off the rim, into the hands of Salumu. Fires to Toro on the opposite end of the floor. Lays it up and in. Jets by 4. Nearly taken away by Gregory, but apparently fouled Eford in the process. Non-shooting foul. It'll be brought in from the baseline on the opposite end of the floor. Pin coming back into the game. Toro out. Silva's checked back in, and Ignachenko has gone out. The rest of the games in conference play today. Andrew College taking on East Georgia in Swainsboro. And Southern Crescent Tech taking on Central Georgia Tech. Gregory with a drive, couldn't get it to fall. Silva with a foul. And the recipient of the infraction was Hardy. In played a little, then over to Riley. Jets with a bucket lead. And there's a walk. So 61 seconds showing on the first quarter clock. And the Jets with possession. Leading by 2. Drive Saluma for 2. Just about a half minute to play in the quarter. There's a long-range 3. Eford drawing Albany Tech to within 1. What a needle threader by Silva. Should have been 2 from Salumu. Titans trying to take the lead going in to the second, and they will. Riley banks it. Titans with the advantage after 1.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Couple of youngsters we see game in, game out. I'm thinking that maybe Coach Carpenter's children. You talk about well-behaved, though. I mean, they are in their seats. Quiet. Watching basketball. I don't think that would be me at that age. Heck, I'm not sure it would be me at this age. Got a foul on the floor. Well, I was looking through my interviews to see what we would do at halftime. I don't know. Swap computers, and I'm not sure if we've got anything suitable for halftime. I'm going to keep looking. Put in play from the far sidelines. Albany Tech a 1-point lead. The last time these two teams met, it was Albany Tech with a 1-point first quarter lead. Led at 13-12 when these two teams met on January 4th. And they've got a 1-point lead after a quarter here on the first day of February. And yes, I said that right. If it kind of slipped past you. We're already into the second month of the year. Little bit of a walk from Gregory. Just took a stutter step. And it'll be Titan basketball. So if it absolutely had to be done in January, oops. Sorry about that. But we will never, ever see a January of 2025 again. Kicked out of bounds. Gregory after the steal trying to get it to Sicano. And Eford will kick it away. Gregory putting it in play from the baseline. Into Papin, down to Silva. For the corner. Sicano step from behind the line. Shot no good. Put back no good. But the Jets get it back. Pippen to Sicano. And an offensive charge to Ignatchenko. That'll be her first in the game. Sent over to Takia Burgess. Now in for Albany Tech. Salumu coming back into the game. In play to Riley. Leaning in Eford. A little bit too strong. Rebounded by Hardy, and Hardy's put back. Grabbed by Sicano. Shot down low off the glass and rim. Gregory for two. And a little better than 2 minutes into the stanza. Those are the first couple of points of quarter number two. Off the rim, put back good for Tucker. To the other end of the floor, pump in with the easy lay-in. Thrown away down low. And a host of new faces coming onto the floor. Preston into the game for the Jets. And you've got Johnson, Peoples, Johnson, and Jasia Mitchell into the game for Albany Tech. Down low to Preston, turn around, good. She's got four. That is stolen away by Preston. Misfires. Salumu did not. Drew the foul as well and will go to the line for 3. Still a 5-point game. Splashed in from the corner by Johnson. And there is a walk. Preston took a step before putting it on the floor. Peebles grabbing the rebound. Given to Little. Shot clock into single digits. Johnson, very capable of long range shots off the rim. Papin with the rebound. Knocked down, taken away by Johnson. Lays it up and in. And we're tied at 26. To Salumu. And Peoples getting a hand on Salumu. Sending the Buford, Georgia product to the stripe. Gregory coming in, Sakano out for the Jets. One of two goes Salumu. And that'll be a foul on Salumu. Tell by the look on the face he wasn't particularly pleased with the call. Might not have agreed with it. Peoples, perimeter 2. Rattled in by Papin, her first 3 of the game. Jets by 2, inside 5. Half number 1. And there's an offensive on Johnson, ran over Toro. And that's got us to the immediate timeout. 4:42 to play. Half number 1. Jets in a tight one. Just about all white, Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. I have scoured through my interview folder and found one. It's going to be outdated, going to have some outdated information, but it's Dave Elner. Conversation we recorded in September, probably going to talk about some football, but it would have some other pertinent info too. So, that's your halftime feature. Unless I am able to squeeze something else out between now and then, which I don't think I'll be able to. And then, of course, being halftime, which is 4 minutes, 20 basketball seconds away. Johnson out of the corner, trying to get it down low to Peoples. Tipped out of bounds by Papin. Sakano into the game. And Gregory coming out. Johnson putting up the three. Rimmed it in and out. Papin with a rebound. It'll go into the corner. Batted out of bounds by Johnson. So Toro and the Jets keep it. It'll be brought in for the corner. Papin putting it in play. Goes to actually the Sakano. Ignachenko came in to get it. And Papin's going to pick up the foul. Popped up going, my bad. Was trying to get the rebound and just collided with and took Johnson out. Ignachenko coming out. Silva in. 3.5 from the half. Lobbed over to Johnson. And that's a walk by the other Johnson. We got two Johnsons, Janaya and Carlos. And it is Carlos Johnson that walks with it. A reminder, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, you know we do it each half. We remind you that we want you to subscribe. Trying to grow the community, 5,700 is our new target. Trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. Papin off on the three. Sakano off on the two. And it'll be tipped out of bounds and stay in Jet hands. So there is a subscribe button somewhere nearby. Real close by. And if you subscribe, you get not only games, interviews, shows, clips, Silva with her first two. And a heck of a lot more. And you'll be like a citizen in our little YouTube city. Papin left open for the three, off the rim. Silva trying to get the putback, tipped into the corner. Johnson will grab it and go the other way. Gregory back in, Ignachenko back in for the Jets. Hardy coming in for Albany Tech. Also checking into the ball game is Savannah Davis. Six in the game for Carlos. And you're going to have a Silva foul. Knock down Johnson. And that'll put another Johnson in the strike. Carlos just got through, went 1 of 2. And now it is Janiyah. And she goes 1 of 2. Sakana feeding it down low. Gregory, nothing there. Back out front to Sakana. Ignachenko off the rim. And it'll get Gregory and go out of bounds. Davis to put it in play. Picked off by Sakano. Leans in for 2. Off of Silva and out of bounds. So Johnson to put it in play. Able to get it to Little. Little sending it into the corner. Johnson taking it baseline and floating it in. Into the corner, Papin. And Papin, 8 in the game. Ignachenko, the foul on the little drive. And that'll be 2 on Ignachenko. Four-point Jets lead. Less than a minute to play in the half. Ball on the floor, battle to get it back. Jump ball, possession arrow keeps us on the Jet end of the floor. In play to Ignachenko, given to Papin, back into the corner. Ignachenko can hit those threes and does. 5 for the Ukrainian. Driven down low by Johnson. Sakano to Papin in the corner. Trying to bang it off Little, instead threw it into the hands of Hardy. from the top of the key. Wow, big three. Off the glass by Sicano. And that has got us to halftime. A 40-40 halftime lead, Gents. Well, we're doing a best of for halftime today. Going back to September when we had a sit down with the GCAA Commissioner Dave Elder. Not sure what all the conversation included. Probably a little football. It's next. I always enjoy our conversations with Dave Elder, the commissioner of the GCAA. Dave, how you doing?
Hey, it's not Monday. That's one thing.
That's right. But is it any different than a Monday?
So far, yes. Yesterday was one of those days, so we'll see. But life's good, man. Can't complain.
We're recording this on a Tuesday. You got all of Tuesday left, so who knows? It could become a Monday before Tuesday's done. But we are delighted to have you with us. And, we're going to talk about a variety of sports, but we might as well, since we're in halftime of a football game, talk about football. There's a new conference in town, the GCAA. Well, not the conference new, but the fact that there is kind of a football conference with Andrew College and Central Georgia Tech involved. And, of course, this game today is Central Georgia Tech and Georgia Military. I like it. Is there more GCAA football coming?
I don't know. We've got any more coming right yet. The only one that possibly could come in, Gordon could move their team from club status up, but no word that they're doing that at this point in time. We haven't had football outside of Georgia Military since the early 2000s, and that's when Middle Georgia had a team. And they had a team for a couple of years and then did away with their football program. So it's been just Georgia Military as our lone football program, and they've run as an independent. Now they're still, all our schools are still listed as independents. I guess we really probably need to look at it from a national perspective and say if Central Georgia Tech and Andrew do stick around, then we've got the GCAA football conference. So we'll see how everything does. It's Central Georgia Tech and Andrew are stepping up. Andrew, brand new. Central Georgia Tech moving from club status. So it's going to be interesting. Both of those two new teams got their first victories last week.
So all of the Georgia teams win last week. GMC wins. Central Georgia Tech wins. Andrew College wins. That's a win-win for the GCAA, I would think. I mean, there is some additional publicity involved, too, when you've got more football programs.
Well, it's not only that, the schools, it helps their enrollment. You're adding probably 100-plus kids onto your campus. So there's that enrollment kicker right there. And, I think we'll see how – Central Georgia Tech and Andrew are getting their feet wet right now. I think for them, their schedules are pretty much loaded with prep schools, and they're trying to get it going, get it moving in the right direction, get everything clicking on all cylinders, so to speak. Georgia Military, hey, this is nothing new for them. This, you cover them every week, which we're so appreciative of. I mean, you just came back from Tyler, Texas when they put together a 35-10 victory right there.
As a matter of fact, behind at halftime, and then they poured it on in the second half. Some great football from GMC a week ago, and obviously we are hoping for the same this week. All right, you said if they do stick around, in referencing Central Georgia Tech and Andrew College, does that mean this is kind of an experimental probationary period?
I wouldn't say that's an experimental probation period, but we all know football is very expensive to run. It's not cheap, and that's one reason why Middle Georgia did away with it. They were still paying for football several years later. Now the operations of it have sort of changed a little bit. A lot of schools are really requiring a lot more out of the students as far as financially to cover. So we'll see how it does, but we're excited to have them at this point.
If it does become a conference, that declares a champion, what is the process that would be different then as compared to now?
They're playing each other once. I really would like to see them play each other twice. I don't know that that'll happen. We'll see at that point. I'm serving this year on the football committee. So you know as well as I do over the years with all of our sports, who you play matters. And if you're playing NJCAA schools, whether it be Division I or Division III, they're going to look at that a little more favorable than if you're playing at a prep school. So, I got a feeling next year both Andrew and Central Georgia Tech will probably have a little stronger schedule.
Can you give us a little insight into how this came to be? Because it really kind of seemingly, from at least an outside observer's perspective, kind of snuck up on us. We didn't know it was going to happen. And then all of a sudden there are two more football programs.
Well, we've been talking about it, but, a lot of times until it's a done deal, until the ink's dried, so to speak, on schools really pulling the trigger and backing and supporting, you just don't want to say, hey, we're going to have football, and then you don't have football. So we pretty much waited till that was a definitive, and I think our schools see the importance of playing in JCAA as opposed to just club.
All right, let's talk about the conference. One school out, that is ABAC. They have now become an NAIA school. So we have seen over the course of the last decade or so, and we've talked about this before, kind of a downsizing in the conference. What do you see in the next couple of years from an overall conference perspective?
Well, ABAC was one of our long-standing members. They've been around 30-plus years. And there's always a dynamic change, Robert. We saw back in the 80s where Georgia and Alabama were together as one conference. Georgia grew, Alabama grew. So those two were split nationally. 5-6 years ago, we were up to 20, maybe it's a little longer than that, 8 years ago. We were up to 22 schools. And then we had mergers. Some schools dropped programs financially from the athletic standpoint. They just dropped the programs. So the one thing that we can't do, we can't create schools. So and then we're also, we have we have 4 members that are of the TCSG, the Technical College System of Georgia. Then the other ones are from the USG, the university system. And then we have a couple of privates. So, we can't go out and create schools. The technical school, their mission is really workforce readiness. Most of them do not have facilities for athletics. As being covering South Georgia Tech in basketball, they created an old plane hangar into a really nice basketball facility. And so most of them don't have those facilities, and those type of things come into play when you're looking at starting athletics. And so if you don't have facilities, that makes it that much harder to have programs. You're dependent upon other people besides yourself. If you do things like that, you better have a contract in place, because that other outside entity could yank the carpet right out underneath your feet at the very last moment. And so there's a lot. You want to be in control of your athletic program, not someone else. And so that's where I see I don't see our technical schools. A lot of them are not just, and there's nothing wrong with that. They just don't see it as part of their mission. And some that have, and they wanted to do it, but they really didn't jump into the deep water with it. So that's where we lost some of those. Of course, we lost some of our USG schools through consolidation. The financial aspect. If collegiate in academia, if schools' budgets are being cut, then they're looking at everywhere to cut those. And athletics is not exempt from that. So we look at that, we just say, okay, cuts are coming from the state. And so we sit there and say, okay, can we make it through this? And you get to a point where it says, okay, we're working on bare bones right now. And would I love for us to have unlimited schools and unlimited budgets? Yes. But you also got to look at the financial aspect of that. And we have some schools that are sharing services. And so, I don't know where we're going. And then a lot of it is dependent upon the university system of Georgia. They can make a decision, which, there's nothing that from our end that we can do. And we just got to go along and adapt to that.
You mentioned the fact that Georgia and Alabama in the 80s were a combined region, and that's not totally uncommon. Currently, you've got a Region 23 with Louisiana and Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Do you see maybe a Georgia and South Carolina, because South Carolina is kind of a small region as well? Is that something that could happen in the future?
Well, South Carolina is part of Region 10, which is South Carolina, North Carolina, and the Virginias. We've had discussions, and then it talked about it one time. We had a Zoom meeting, and what they pay for their region dues and what our schools pay are completely different. And didn't want to look at that aspect of that. So you can't force regions to do that. But then again, if a region gets to low numbers, then, national office might have to look at pairing us back up with somebody. Is South Carolina better fit? Is going back to Alabama fit? At this point, we're fine with 11 schools. I think if we were to get down to 6, I think, something like that would probably happen.
Let's talk about championships quickly. And I know the ones that we're involved in: basketball, softball, baseball. Basketball, it always happens at the highest remaining seed after the quarterfinals. The softball is going back to Solid Rock. I learned, and I'm assuming it is now common knowledge, where baseball is going. Is that correct?
Yes, baseball's ABAC, even though they've left, they put in a bid to host the tournament, and the coaches voted to have it there. So we'll be having baseball at ABAC, softball back at Strong Rock outside of McDonough there. And we've been at Strong Rock for a number of years. Last year, both baseball and softball were at Georgia Highlands at their new facility.
Isn't softball following a little different format, though? More teams involved this year?
Everybody's going. They're going to have an opening day there where that way the teams that play, they can here's the thing. You can go into opening day and get beat day one, and you've paid basically your hotel and never used it. You wasted that money. So we're trying to set it up where they're there and at least that is being utilized.
Is there a change in the format for baseball?
No.
All right, so it will remain the same. Lastly, in our last few moments, maybe it is way too early to even tie larger crowds with anything going on nationally, but I've noticed Georgia Military College, the first 2 football games, big crowds. Tyler, last Saturday, big crowd. I knew some JUCO volleyball. They have had much larger crowds to the start of this year. Is there something going on where at the D1 level, you now got professional athletes basically playing football because a lot of them are making some money off what they do? Is it way too early to tie any correlation between these larger crowds and maybe fans wanting that more organic passion for the game player?
Been doing this for 25 years, and I can't really say that one is necessarily tied to the other. You sit there and look, wife just retired from UGA, and this is her last year's season tickets. And I just noticed where season ticket prices were going up for everybody else. Do these big colleges price themselves out at some point? No, because the people are tied into that, diehards. They're gonna come up with the money somehow. Is it something that people just say, hey, I want to see the lower level collegiate athletics? They feel like it might be a little more pure. That's possible. Are the communities maybe trying to pull their community in a little bit more? That's possible. But I can't see any correlation one way or the other.
Dave Elder, always good talking with you. We will chat again soon, I am sure. And thank you for being our guest at halftime.
Thanks, Robert. And go Dogs. Go Central Georgia Tech. I got to say them both this year. Go Andrew.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Half number 2, big ball game between these two squads. As I mentioned, leading into the coverage for the Jets, it's an opportunity to stay within a game of East Georgia State with a big game on Monday against the Bobcats. And for Albany Tech, it's a chance to move into a second-place tie with South Georgia Tech with one game to go, and that being the rubber match, really, if you win this one in your Albany Tech. The lineups look like they did to begin the ball game. For the Jets, Papin, Gregory, Salumu, Ignachenko, and Sakano. For the Titans, Johnson, Farmer, Little, and Peoples. Back out front to Johnson. Well, you saw some of the team numbers coming into the second half, as it is Little. No good from long range. Sakana with it. Leading first half scorer for the Titans, Carlos Johnson with 11. The top rebounder was Tierra Tucker with 4. The assist leader, Riley, with 2. As far as foul issues go, only one with relatively serious problems, Farmer, with a couple of fouls for the Titans. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take a look at additional stats when we return.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Look familiar, the commercial, the face. Yep, that is Dr. John Watford in the house. His wife to his side in that familiar spot. He is either there or, if somebody beats him to that spot, very near there every time he's here, and he's here just about every time the doors are open. Jets with possession. Salumu with a drive and then flips it out to where she thought Ignachenko was. Ignachenko was not. And it'll be Titans basketball. He played a little back to Johnson. Top scorer and rebounder in the first half for the Jets was Papin. She had 8 points and 6 rebounds. Several Jets with foul issues. You've got Silva with 2, Ignachenko with 2, Salumu with 2. Papin trying to hit double digits. Gregory will step out rebounding. Most time on the floor, Papin at 18 minutes and 40 seconds for the Jets. And it was Little out there longer than anybody else for the Titans, as you got a steal and a foul. And Little stayed on the floor 17 minutes, 10 seconds. Points from your bench. 10 each for the Titans and for the Jets. Off turnovers, 8 points for Albany Tech and 12 for South Georgia Tech. Capping off the 3 and growing the lead to 8. It is the Jets. Thrown away, trying to get it to Farmer. 8 lead changes in the first half. The game was tied 4 times. And the biggest first half lead was 7. That is when South Georgia Tech led it 42-35. So the Jets with their biggest lead at 8. Salumu not anticipating the pass. In play to Farmer, gives it to Johnson. Peoples with a miss into the hands of Salumu. Into the paint, and Salumu will draw the foul. Non-shooting, it'll be brought in from the baseline. Tucker coming into the game. It'll be put in play by Salumu out to Preston, who is checked in. Sakana feeds to Papin, blocked by Farmer, but Farmer committing the foul. And Papin with an opportunity to hit double digits. Eight Papin points coming in. And we'll go to the stripe as a 72% free throw shooter. And with a chance to stretch the lead to double digits, which would be a first for the game. Sakana leading all scorers now with 12, but Papin a chance to make it 10, and she does. From a couple of perspectives, 10 points in the game. And well, I thought it was a 10-point lead. Wasn't it 8 when she went to the stripe? Yeah, they hadn't put that additional point up yet for some reason. So maybe it was the correction of an errant post earlier. I'm assuming. Well, no, they've now said 9 for Papin. So apparently there was a lane violation. That negated the second free throw. A point away from double digits. The two Johnsons already there. Carlos Johnson with 11, Janiyah Johnson with 10. Preston coming up with a loose ball off the miss. Jets trying to go to 14-6 overall. 6-4 at home and 7-2 on Saturdays. Able to maintain the dribble. Preston going to her knees. Toro the drive, swatted away. And with a second on the shot clock, Jets will have time to put it in play and immediately take a shot. Can't dribble it, gotta shoot it. Into Papin, quickly shoots off the side of the backboard. Sakano out, Gregory back into the game for the Jets. Johnson to Little. And another foul. Still got a game to go after this one wraps up. It'll be the men from Albany Tech and the men from South Georgia Tech. Toro thinking that she wound up on the hardwood because of Hardy. I make that tacker. The officials didn't see it that way. However, the Jets still will be able to inbounds for the baseline. In play to Gregory. Preston lobbing to the other side of the floor. Gregory. Gregory with a drive off the glass. Silva had it. Hard bump, loses it. Little going the other way. And she will bump it off the glass. Contact, turnover. Out of bounds off of Gregory. So Little to put it in play. Just about halfway through the quarter. Johnson going to the timeline. And it's Janiah Johnson with a miss. Papin with a rebound. Pushes it to the other end, draws the foul. And Papin the two-shot foul. Nine in the game for Papin, who averages a little better than 10, close to 11 a game. And in her last three outings has put together 21, 20, and 16-point performances. $11 in the game for Papin. In play to Johnson. Little to the charity stripe. Off glass and rim. Ignachenko with the rebound. Kicks it over to Gregory. Laid in by Salumu. Lead pushed back out to 9. Stolen away by Gregory. Got the bucket. Got fouled. Goes to the stripe. Has a chance for 3. And that'll take us to the timeout. The media break with 4:37 to play. Quarter 3.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. There's that
The protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State.
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
There's a big fan of the Jets. See her often here in the hangar. Jets jumping out to a lead of 11. First double-digit lead of the ball game. Compliments most recently of the Gregory 2 and the chance to turn it into 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Johnson weaving into the right corner. Out front it goes to Little. Back to Peoples. Tucker putting up the 3 off the rim. Rebounded by Papin. Set on the rim comes out for Gregory. Able to get it back though. Whipped over to Salumu. And Salumu walked. Jets trying to make it 2 over Albany Tech. And stay a game behind East Georgia with that huge matchup Monday. And we will be here 6 o'clock. That's a reschedule from a game that, I don't think it was an iced out game, was it? I don't think it was during the snow. I think something else prompted the cancellation. In play to Ignatchenko, and she'll turn around, put it up and in. Little edging towards the scorer's table, brings it to the timeline. And there is a foul on the floor. That'll be charged to Salumu. In play to Hardy, who is in the game. Also Riley in, Riley with a top side. Sent over to Eford, trying to get it down low to Hardy, stolen away by Papin. Hardy gets it right back, and she will draw the Ignatchenko foul. Well, I'm not sure what the issue was, but Hardy at halftime in tears and being consoled by the coach. But on the floor in half number 2 for the first time, and at the stripe, trying to trim into a current 12-point lead. Hardy, a 31% free throw shooter. 11 points in 17 games. And Hardy, 1 of 2. Silva into the game. Preston into the game for the Jets. Ignatchenko to the sidelines, and Salumu too. Give it to Gregory, and Gregory from the elbow, too strong. Tipped into the corner, Preston will track it down. Papin launching the three off the rim. Preston another rebound, but this time a little too strong with the block out. And they will get her for the personal, her second. Davis into the game for the Titans. Also Janiyah Evans coming in. Launch from the corner, three ball misses, Gregory with it. Thrown out of bounds, trying to get it to Sicano. In play to Riley. Nearly taken away by Sicano. But Little able to grab possession. That's Riley with a drive and had a jet sandwich. Had Preston on one side, Papin on the other, and it is Papin who I believe picked up the foul. Oh, they're going to say Gregory. Maybe it was a triple-decker sandwich. I just saw Papin and Preston, but apparently Gregory in the vicinity too. Riley, a 49% free throw shooter. Goes one of two, rebounded by Papin. Sicano. Short, Papin short. Got it back. Flicks it out to Sicano. Preston with a miss. Sicano the rebound. Back to the glass. Gregory lays it in for a pair. Back to a 12-point Jet lead. Riley taking it down low. Silva with the rebound. Kicks it to Gregory. Sicano, a rocket, Papin, the bucket! Got fouled too. Well, that just had pretty written all over it. Pass, bucket. And we're hoping the additional free throw wheel as well. Point lead. We've got 44 seconds left to play in the third, and right now, the identical score of the final when played at Albany Tech. Foul called on Evans. Toro into the game. She will put it in play. Gregory couldn't get it to drop. Put back there from Toro. A little off the glass. Takia Burgess into the game for the Titans. Eford at the stripe. .57 sophomore. Trying to chip into the 17-point Jet lead. She will go 1 of 2. In play to Gregory. Air ball on the 3 try as the quarter comes to an end. But a kind third for the Jets. Extending from 2 to 16, the home team lead.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Getting into their run DMC with a little Aerosmith mixed in. As we head to corner number 4. Jets with a 16-point lead. Looking for their 5th conference win in 6 tries. Toro out front to Sicano. Preston with a drive, the miss. Farmer the rebound, Johnson on the other end of the floor. Johnson with a drive. And that'll go out of bounds off Sicano, trying to reach around Farmer for the ball and actually got a hand on it before it went out. Stolen away by Sicano. Off the glass. Preston had it. Gregory does. Sicano able to get it back. Peoples defending. Over to Silver. At least that was the design. Instead, Little with a steal. Fed down low, and Johnson gets fouled by Gregory. That'll be 3 fouls on Gregory. And we'll put Johnson at the line. Shania Johnson in the first half, 1 of 2 from the stripe. Johnson with a pair of free throws, Ignachenko and Salumu. Back into the game for the Jets. But it looks like it will be after a timeout. Just under 9 to play. Always like to see an older gentleman or lady with technology. Savvy at it, I'm sure. If that were me, I'd be going, now how does this work? Let's see if I hit that button and punch that one. Does that, oh no. I've done something. But he probably knows this stuff. Here in the hangar. Inside 9 to go. In play to Sakano, and then over it goes to Salumu. Stolen away, Popin, the intended target. Salumu almost got it right back. Sakano does. Stolen away. That is Emmons who reaches in and takes it back for the Titans. Little with a miss, rebounded by Preston. Typically coming off of the bench immediately for the Jets is Carter. Carter is not dressed out today. And I do not know if that is injury related. But not playing today. Ignachenko with the rebound. Sakano to Salumu to Ignachenko. Into the corner to Gregory. Shot over to Sakano. Barely nibbled the rim, but Ignachenko able to get it back. Missed the shot, picked up the foul. Farmer guilty, and Ignachenko will shoot. Ignachenko with 7 in the game. A 61% free throw shooter. The number, I think it is number 5 in shooting percentages in the conference. In play to Johnson, double teamed in the corner. Creates the turnover, Salumu with it. Put back is good from Sakano. Down low, tipped out of bounds by Silva. Albany Tech wins over Southern Crescent Tech, Andrew College, and Central Georgia Tech. South Georgia Tech conference wins over Albany Tech, Central Georgia Tech twice, and Andrew College. Given down low to Gregory. And you had actually that was Salumu. You've got a trio of Jets with 14. Gregory, Papin and Sicano. Gregory with the rebound. Papin. She breaks apart those three at 14-17. Now for Papin to lead all Jets. Ball left behind. Gregory gets it. Goes over to Sicano. Sicano for two. Timeout on the floor, Albany Tech. 5:51 to play, and the Jets build a 24-point lead.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Fans of all ages in the hangar. And Jet fans of all ages. Got to be pretty pleased with where they are. Still time for Albany Tech, but if you got to pick which side of a 24-point lead you're on, Jets got to like where they are. 78-54, 5:51 to go. I mentioned next for South Georgia Tech. Monday, that makeup game against East Georgia. Southern Crescent Tech is next for Albany Tech. And that will happen on the 5th in Albany. Silva picking up her 4th foul. And she will come out of the game. Preston goes back in. So another face we haven't seen in the game is Favero. Maria Favero, who is dressed out. Rebounded by Gregory. So a couple of faces we have typically seen by now, we have not. Papin just a little too far under the goal. Johnson sending it to Johnson. Carlos to Janaya. And Janaya will shoot. If you are the Jets and you win this one, you win the season series. No matter what happens the next time these two teams meet. They have 3 meetings, but this is the second of the 3, and the Jets won the first. Trying to make it 2-0 against Albany Tech this year. Rebounded by Papin. Sicano to Gregory. And let's see, well, there's the answer I was about to ask. Let's see if it's business as usual or if the Jets might try to bleed the clock a little bit. Toro puts it in play to Sicano. But the Jets went right after it, didn't worry about running the clock down. And here goes Gregory again. Johnson rejecting it from the backside. Carlos Johnson on the other end. Lays it up, lays it in. And Jason Carpenter knows, well, the lead's still pretty big, but there's time. And wants to snuff out the potential right here, right now. With 4 to go.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
That's our rhythm section here at the hangar. 4 minutes and a tick left on the game clock. Lead going from 24 to 19. Prompting a Jets timeout. Gregory to Ignatchenko. And the Jets hit 80. Johnson from the stripe. Just a little bit strong. And you're going to walk by Salumu. Titans basketball put in play to Tucker over to Peoples. Johnson out front. And a little bit of a bump from Sakano, apparently going to draw the foul. Sakano's second foul. In play to Johnson. A collision, no whistle, ball out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Jets. Coming into today, Albany Tech had only lost one Saturday game. 6-1 on Saturdays. Ignatchenko with a miss. And Sakano walked with it. Well, we're into baseball and softball season, so now you got that blending of sports. And next week, all kinds of sports. Basketball on Monday, baseball on Tuesday. I believe it is basketball Wednesday. Softball, baseball, and basketball on Thursday. Baseball Friday, and then a little bit of everything on Saturday next week. A lot of stuff here on JockJive. And just in case that wasn't quite enough, for the SAC, the South Atlantic Conference, we are producing their swimming championships up in North Carolina. So yeah, variety, the spice of life. Foul called on Ignatchenko. That'll be her fourth. Heighton shooting the bonus the rest of the night. Tucker a 37% free throw shooter. Getting her first. Jets, though, are going to go to 5-1 in the conference. In and out with shot number 2. And Ignachenko walks. Setting the stage for a huge matchup on Monday. Loose ball retrieved by Efert. And then Papin coming out of the pack with it. Well, on Monday, the Jets will either be dead even with East Georgia, or there'll be a couple of games back. So a lot now riding on Monday's game. There was much riding on this one coming in. But a definitive Jets win gives them absolute and relatively comfortable possession of second. Sakana with a miss. Ignachenko tipped away, got it back. First try no good. Second one no good. Out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Jets. And obviously a lot could happen. Still much conference play after Monday's game. But if the Jets don't win it, as Ignachenko is now into double digits. Well, it would just nearly guarantee a Swainsboro spot for the semis in the championship, and that's just such a tough place to play. So a lot riding on Monday's game. Not just trying to draw even with the Bobcats, but also trying to move the championship in the semifinals from Swainsboro. Sakano out front. It has been a group effort. Sakano 18. Salumu now with 13. Papin 17. Gregory 14. And I'm not sure what happened, but a player has gone down. I don't know if there was a collision, if it was just an inadvertent step off court. But it happens on the other end of the floor. And obviously you've got to tighten in paint. That is Tucker. I think Tucker just either stepped the wrong way coming off the floor, or maybe stepped on somebody's foot. All of this is speculation, but it was a non-basketball contact maneuver. And she is in pain and taken out of the gymnasium. In play to Johnson. There's the 3 ball. And that's going to end the ball game. 86-66, your final score. South Georgia Tech with a win, improving to 5-1 in the conference. 14-6 overall. Albany Tech, the loss, pushes them to 3-3 in conference play. 12-7 is the overall mark. And of course, another game to go here. The men of Albany Tech and South Georgia Tech. And a big game on Monday, ladies only. East Georgia State and South Georgia Tech. Hey, thanks for watching this one. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Game 2 of the doubleheader, 20 minutes from now.